How's everybody doing today? Y'all hanging out, having a good time? Just making sure my sound levels are nice and clean. It looks like they're good to go, and I think that hopefully they're not too loud. Let me just turn them down just a little bit, just in case. This song in particular seems to be pretty darn loud. Okay, hopefully that'll keep it just a wee bit lower than my voice, so you guys can all hear what the hell I'm saying and doing. So let me kind of give you guys some backstory here. So my birthday is on the 17th of this month. And it's pretty normal for, friends and family to send me gifts a little bit early. I wasn't too surprised by that, but basically my stepmother contacted me a few days ago and said, hey, I have this special package coming for you for your birthday. So, and it's very special and delicate and all this stuff. And I have tracking information, it's this big deal. And I was like, all right, cool, awesome. And she's like, I'll let you know when it arrives at the door. I'll have all that information. You'll want to pick it up as soon as possible because it's, this special thing. And I was like, okay, sounds good. So I received the package today, and that was a few days ago when she let me know, and she contacted me today to be like, it's on your door. So I got this package, and basically I unwrapped the box, and I was like, oh, it's a box of chocolate. Cool. So I kind of was like, I got it early in the morning, right before I was going to go to bed. And I was like, you know what? It's a box of chocolate. I'll just throw it in the fridge for now. I'll properly unwrap it later and take a look at it and figure out what's going on. Right now, I don't want to concern myself. So later in the day, obviously in the late evening when I get up, so I start unwrapping this box, and I'm just like, this box is insane. No joke, you guys. By the way, I see you, Wrathwood, and thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. So glad to have you in here, buddy. So let me kind of talk about this insane box. So as you guys can see here, I have this secondary camera going on that says, it's the box top of the box of chocolate that I got. And it says Vosges, I think that's what it says, Vosges. And I'm going to go ahead and kind of probably pick up this camera and move it around a little bit. So Vosges, and it's dark chocolate, and I don't think you guys can, there, it says 82% to 75% cacao, which is really, really dark chocolate. And I've told you guys, and I'm pretty sure that my parents have been watching my live streams when I do the lounge, and I have talked in the lounge multiple times about how I love really, really dark, bitter chocolate. I really love that. So obviously they know that, and they bought me really dark, bitter chocolate. And so they bought me this case of chocolate, and I started unwrapping it, noticing the packaging and how fancy it was, and they're all truffles, and it says here, it's not 82, it says 62 to 75. Okay, so I just misread it. So it says 62 to 75% cacao dark chocolate. A dark chocolate tasting experience of 62% to 75% cacao. Delve into the delicate union of spices, roots, herbs, and tonics in dark chocolate truffles. So immediately I was like, wait, so these are spicy herbal chocolates? And so I was like, okay, that's interesting, which I like spicy chocolate. I do. I actually have bought Lindt bars, the dark chocolate Lindt bars that are also chili pepper dark chocolate. And I actually really like those. So I was like, all right, I'm game. So like I said, I had to share this with you guys because it's super strong dark chocolate. And we're talking about chocolates that are herbal and spicy and all sorts of different things going on here. So It then says, this is all in the box. This is a sticker on the box that I'm reading from, by the way. There's more to it. It gets way crazier. So the label further says, dark chocolate devotees like me, like moi, have a passion for the pure intensity of their chocolate and adore the added wellness benefits. Signed, Katrina. Okay. So, Vossage's hot chocolate. Okay. So, that was like layer 1. So, basically, it came wrapped in this ribbon, which I had to like carefully undo. And then I had to slice down the seal, right? And so I sliced the seal off. And it just gets crazier. So after I lift the lid off the box, the whole entire rest of the box was then plastic wrapped. So like it had like this like plastic wrap sealing, which I peeled off. I kind of wish that I could have done this on camera, but I didn't realize what I was getting into when I first started opening the box, which is why I had to save everything else for you guys on camera. So I basically, let me go ahead and put that right back in front so you guys can see it a little bit better. So I then basically peeled all the wrapping off, and then on the top of the wrapping, so first of all, it came with a card from my parents. It says, "Happy birthday, Mike," from Dad and Anita. Those are my parents. And then it came with a certificate of authentication. Look at this. A certificate of, well, the date on here is you must eat these by this date, but this is like a certificate of authentication, and it's like imported from Paris, and it's got all this information about how this is like an official box of chocolates, like fresh and perishable. We use fresh cream and other ephemeral ingredients. Take care of the box. This is like an official product of this company, like all this stuff, right? And then on top of that, it's got this top card piece on the top of the chocolates after you unseal it. And it basically lists off all of the chocolates in the box, just like this. And it kind of gives you like a basic description of what each thing is, which we'll go over thoroughly while we're trying these. And then, here's the crazy part. This blew my mind when I unwrapped this thing and looked at all these pieces. This is a manual. It's a manual for, like, eating the chocolates. Like, no joke. So, like, they have, they first give you, like, a miniature biography about, like, the chef who, like, came up with this chocolate company and traveled the world to find these delicious chocolates. By the way, I see you, DLG. I'm sorry. I'm just kind of, like, explaining to you guys the insanity of this box of chocolates, so I'm getting all distracted. But glad to see you, DLG. He says Habs likes his chocolate like how his days are now, really dark. It's true. I live a late night lifestyle now. Rywood says, it's really dark, yo. Gonna be bitter, but you like that kind of thing. I do. I definitely do. Authentic chocolate lol fancy. I know, it's crazy. That's why, like, when I got to this point, like, when I unsealed it and then I saw, like, the authentication certificate and, like, the player's manual. It's a player's manual. Look at this. Look at all the pages in here. It's insane. I was like, oh, I have to do this on stream. Like, I have to make a video out of this. It's absolute insanity. Like, there's no way. There's no way that I can just eat these by myself and not share it with people. It's absolutely insane. Is that the rule book for chocolate? It is! It is! So, like, they have the biography about the guy, the chef who traveled the world to, like, make these chocolates. And then they have a list of the different truffle collections. So, like, I have the, what's the one that I have here? I have the dark chocolate collection. So, I have over here the dark truffle collection, this one in the corner here. And then these are all, like, the other ones that they have that they sell. And then, when you get past that page... Oh, that's right. They then give you a guide. Look at this. This is a guide that tells you how to eat the chocolate. I'm dead serious. They give you an instruction manual on how to eat the chocolate. And then they have like the next page here is, I read through this, it's basically a little tiny piece of information that explains to you how they're safe with their chocolate, in the sense that like they don't there's like, it's rainforest safe. Because I actually found out, it's funny, I watched a documentary a while ago on YouTube that was talking about how like chocolate is very frequently like not rainforest safe, and it's like the creation of it and like the deforestation that has to happen and the endangerment of animals and things like that happens through a majority of the process of creating chocolate. So like there's all these like really high quality chocolate companies that have kind of like these seals or like a little page of information that explain to you like why it's rainforest safe. So that's basically what this is right here. So they call it the Superior Source Initiative. And the whole thing, I read through it really quick earlier before I started the stream. And it just basically explains like the intense process they go through to make sure that their company and like all the processes they go through is rainforest safe and not endangering like animals or the environment or anything like that. So let me catch up on the chat just a little bit. So DLG says, it's all cool. I hope the graveyard shift job is treating you well. So far, so good. I'm still adapting to the schedule, but as you guys can see, like I had kind of a week where I couldn't really stream much because I was adapting to the schedule, but now I'm kind of trying to readjust my schedule. I'm primarily sticking to streams right now. I will be trying to get back in the habit of creating video content soon when I get a little more adjusted, but for right now I'm just kind of sticking to streaming for a little bit. So I hope you guys don't mind that, but other than that, the whole thing is working out really well, and I appreciate your concern, DLG. Thank you very much. Pink Peacock says, hold your pinky up while eating the chocolate. I know, fancy. I actually like wish that I had like a top hat that I could wear while eating the chocolate. I also have a little bit of coffee here so I can kind of like reset my palate when I'm eating the chocolate. Ashad, what's up, brother? How you doing, brosif? Roxas says, what's up? Just realized you were alive when I was trying to find some sleep music on YouTube. Just came to say hi and good night. Hope you have a taste some tasty chocolate. I definitely will. Thank you so much for being here, Roxas. I appreciate ya. And Shed says, Becca says, hi, Rebecca. Glad to have both of you in here. Even though it's probably only on the Ished's account, that's fine. But I still have both of you in here, and I greatly appreciate both of you. DLG says, I have to hit the sack myself. I'll watch this on the VOD. Have a great evening, folks. Thank you, DLG. I appreciate you. So I have to like read this out loud to you guys, because we're going to actually do what the instructions say here to eat these super fancy chocolates, okay? So it says here, a guided tasting of an exotic truffle. Our trufflers are infused with a healing sound frequency. Are you for real? Our truffles are infused with a healing sound frequency to raise your vibe. All right. Whatever, man. You do you, and I'll do me, and I'm gonna eat some tasty chocolate. So, it says, step one, breathe. Close your eyes, take three deep ujjayi, I don't know what ujjayi means, ujjayi breaths. Listen to the space between thought, and prepare your palate to experience chocolate. I'm into this, man. I'm like full dive, totally ready. Like, chocolate me up, bro. Chocolate me up, man. All right. Step 2, touch. Now, I did make sure to wash my hands before I got into this because I don't want to, they're very. I read this before, and they're basically being very sensual about the chocolate here. So it says, step 2, touch. Run your finger against the chocolate, noticing its texture and releasing the aromatics. Okay, all right. Step 3, see. Describe what you see. What is the shape, the color, the sheen, and the texture? Okay, all right. Step 4, smell. Bring the chocolate to your nose, close your eyes, cup your hand around the chocolate, and inhale deeply. All right, cool. I'm into this. I'm dedicated. I am so dedicated to this. And then step 5, taste. Enjoy your truffle in 2 bites. It's the first bite you are just getting to know the truffle. And in the second you delve deeper. searching out the aromas and nuances. You become immersed in the experience of the chocolate and the sensations. After you've eaten the truffle, take a breath and taste the air. The aroma should have a long, lingering finish that is layered with perfumed notes. All right. That is the 5, what I just read off is the 5-step process, which we will be following for every single chocolate that we eat tonight, okay? It's the 5-step process. Don't forget it, guys. All right, so after that, they then have, after you get past the manual, the instruction manual on how to eat the chocolates, and the information about how they are rainforest safe, you then go into the chocolate biography, which is the rest of these pages are all chocolate biographies, which is they take each individual chocolate and then they tell you the inspiration, the chemicals they use, the ingredients they use, the spices and roots and tonics that they use to make these chocolates. And they give you they talk about for example, the first one, absinthe. My fascination with absinthe stems from its racy history and the particularities of the rituals that accompany it. In the late 1800s, the psychoactive effects of this popular cocktail, with visits from the Green Fairy, were enjoyed by artists and bon vivants until it was outlawed at the beginning of the 20th century. Reminiscent of this fashionable cocktail, we've blended our proprietary 62% cacao dark chocolate with fennel, a splash of Kubler absinthe superior, and an infusion of Chinese star anise, presented with a light dusting of cacao charcoal. Paired alongside, sips from a small glass of absinthe poured over a flamed sugar cube. Yes. And then they just, all of them are like that. Every single one of these is just they have one for ambrosia, balsamico, I don't even know what that is, black pearl, brown butter, Budapest flavor? Budapest flavor? Chef Pascal. Oh my god. And then they have little flavor text. I didn't even see this. Healing love energy. Sound vibrations. Open your heart to receive the love vibration that has been infused in this chocolate through a 528 hertz sound frequency. In the old kingdom of Egypt, the Sistrum Rattle created an ultrasound used by ancient priestesses and the goddess Hathor to manifest healing and produce blessings of joy. The healing sound is still used to this very day. Wow. Dosh de Lesh, Giandwa, Naga, Oaxaca? Olio de Olivia, IGP Piemonte Praline, Pauline di Finocchio, Rap. Rap. Look, Rap. It's the rap flavor. Damn, this is gonna get me some rap flavor. Red Fire. Oh my god, the history of cacao. More flavor text. More flavor text, you guys! The deep lore of chocolate. The history of cacao, first discovered by the Aztec and Mayan peoples over 2,000 years ago. The original chocolate brew, Zocaitl, was made by grinding the cacao bean with chilies, herbs, annanato, honey, and cornmeal. The froth tincture was believed to bestow wisdom and vitality to all who sipped it. When Spanish conquistadors made an offering of Zocaitl to Queen Elizabeth, she declared her distaste for it. However, when Cortez presented it at court, having substituted chilies for sugar, it was beloved. The popularity of the chocolate spread like wildfire throughout Europe. Lost was the marriage of chili peppers and chocolate for 500 years, but now it's back. That's right, there are chili chocolates in this collection, which I will be devouring and enjoying. What? A guided tasting of the world-renowned rooster. Oh my god. What is this? Sweet and... Is this like a special chocolate? Is there like a chocolate in here called Rooster? There isn't. Huh. I don't know what they're referring to. Okay. Sweet and savory. Reinterpreted. Follow the guided tasting notes to best enjoy the tall Rooster chocolate. This is a cult favorite as well as my personal specialty favorite. Made with Emilio Mori's Taleggio, a cave-aged cow's milk cheese from Pastudo in the Lombardy region of Italy. This unctuous cheese is combined with organic walnuts and Tahitian vanilla beans. Draped in 66 cacao dark chocolate, the combination of cheese and chocolate may seem acerbic and perplexing, but in one bite, you will see its valor. To begin, close your eyes, take 3 deep ujjayi breaths. Start from the top. Oh my god, they have like a whole special manual for this special chocolate, which I don't think I even have in my collection. I don't see a chocolate in here called Rooster. It's very strange. Okay, well, I'll come back to that if I do find a chocolate called Rooster. Alright, Roxas, thank you for coming in and hanging out. I appreciate you. It looks like we got Rather Wood kicking it with us, so that's chill as hell. Thank you so much for being here. Let me continue on with the names here. Sole del Mare. Soul and Motown. We got rap and soul and Motown. I'm digging this. I like the hip hop influences going on here. Sveta Sofia. And is this actually a chocolate? Oh, it is a chocolate. Viola. Is that actually in the collection? Doesn't seem like it. Must be another chocolate that's not in here. Viola. Interesting. Very interesting. Is there anything else to this? Wink of the Rabbit? Weird. Oh, this is something you can make. Oh, they actually give you, like, look at this. They give you a recipe for, this is a cocktail. So, like, they give you, like, they tell you the ingredients that you would need to make this Wink of the Rabbit cocktail. And then there's something called Wooloo Mooloo. Wooloo Mooloo. I love it. I love this. All right. No more fooling around. Let's actually take a look at these chocolates. So, I think I still have them in the correct order here. So, I'm gonna kind of move the camera around. I'm gonna show them off to you. And these things are insane. They're absolutely insane. Okay, so I have it top to bottom, so let me kind of show you guys. I think you guys can see pretty well here. Let me see if I can kind of prop it up with something. Okay, will this stand? Okay, that'll stand just like that. Okay, so let me kind of move it back just a little bit. Ooh, okay, come on. Don't fall. You were doing good before. Okay, I'm using my Nintendo DS to hold up the box of chocolates. Okay, so kind of get them all in frame here. All right. Okay, stay like that, please. Okay, so let's see here. I think it's, yeah. Okay, so this is the list off here. So we've got the red fire up here at the, I think that's the top left, right here, top left. Well, I think on your guys' end, it's top left. Red fire, which is 62%. Oh, okay, there goes my DS. I'm just gonna kind of hold it while I kind of like show them off. Let me also lift up the camera just a little bit here. Kinda, hopefully, let's see. All right, it's a little too high. All right, here we go. And turn it. No, that's not the right way. There we go. Okay, so we've got here at the top, this one's called the Red Fire, right here, this guy, which is 62% cacao dark chocolate, Sri Lankan Ceylon cinnamon, and then ancho chilies. Oh yeah, spicy chocolate, baby. Next one, I think it's this one right here, is called the balsamico. Okay, like balsamic vinegar. Is it like balsamic vinegar? All right, let's read what it says here. IGP Piemonte hazelnuts. Ooh, that's probably what's on the top. 62% cacao dark chocolate. 12-year cask age balsamic vinegar. It's balsamic vinegar chocolate. Oh my god. So, like, spicy chocolate I can totally do. Like, that's totally my jam. I have never in my life had a chocolate with vinegar in it. So, 12-year-old cask age balsamic vinegar from Modena. Okay, all right, moving on. That's this one with the white speckles up here near this finger. So then we've got this guy right here. So this guy is called the Chef Pascal, which is a, I don't even know how to say that. Schwarzwalder Kirschwasser. Schwarzwalder Kirschwasser. I have no idea what that means. 62% dark chocolate with a tart Michigan cherry on the top. That's what that little weird thing on the top of the chocolate is. Okay, so then we got this bad boy over here, and this is the wrap. Oh no, I read the first ingredient. Oh no. Oh no. Oh my god, I just started crying from reading that. All right, guys. First ingredient of the wrap is horseradish. This is a chocolate right here. This guy right here. Horseradish. All right. The wrap. Horseradish, lemon zest, IGP Piemont hazelnuts on the top, Valrhona cocoa nibs. Oh, that's what I think. Is it the cocoa nibs on the top? Yeah, that's cocoa nibs. So I assume that the hazelnuts is probably on the inside, and then the cocoa nibs are on the top. By the way, I don't know if you guys have ever had cocoa nibs. They are so good. So good. And then the chocolate is 62% cacao. Okay, so now we're gonna move on to this layer right here. The second layer. So the second layer is, brown butter chocolate. Brown butter truffle. Vermont Creamery cultured butter ganache. Okay. Mate's Fleur de Sal salt. Okay, so it's like kind of like a salt and chocolatey kind of thing. 72% cacao dark chocolate. That's this guy right here. And then we've got our green boy here. This guy right here, the green boy. The Black Pearl. All right, Black Pearl. Organic Wakaya Ginger. All right, I'm down to clown. Oh, freshly, you ready for this? Freshly grated wasabi. Freshly grated wasabi. Okay. 72% cacao dark chocolate with a ceremonial matcha dusting. So this is oh my god, it's a ginger wasabi chocolate with matcha topping. Oh man. Oh man. All right, and then the next one is this is another brown butter one. It kind of like the pattern repeats a little bit here and there. So then, this is the brown butter. So these two, this one over here on the second row and this one over here on the second row is a brown butter one, which sounds pretty good. Like salty, savory kind of brown butter chocolate. Like I'm down for that. So then this one on the end with the light brown dusting is called the Budapest. And the Budapest is, it seems it's just a 62% cacao dark chocolate truffle with a Hungarian paprika dusting. So that, the brownish reddish dust on the top is the paprika. Which, okay, I'm down for that. Seriously, guys, I like spicy chocolate. This is something I've done multiple times. Like, I like spicy chocolate. So, and then I think most of the rest of these, other than one of them, are the same. So let me double check here. So we then have we did the Chef Pascal, right? Yeah, we did the Chef Pascal with the one with the cherry. We've got the wrap again with the horseradish and lemon zest. Oh man. And then, this one seems different. Yeah, okay, so we've got one here that's a little different. This guy right here, the one I'm pointing at right here. That is called the Polini di Finaccia, which is a wild Tuscan fennel pollen truffle with 62 cacao dark chocolate. So I think what's going on is it's just a dark chocolate truffle with fennel pollen mixed in. Okie dokie. And then we have the balsamico, the one with the balsamic vinegar again. Oh man. I bet, I know that my parents, they did this on purpose. They were like, oh, you like really dark chocolate, you say? Oh, you like spicy chocolate, you say? Well, let's see, he can't say no to this, right? God. Okay, so then we have the bottom layer here. So we have this one down here, which is a unique one. It's Oaxaca. And it says the Guajila y Pasilla chilies. Ooh, a spicy one. 75% cacao, Tanzanian dark chocolate. This one's really different. With pumpkin seeds on it. Is that what's on the top? Yeah, it is. Those are pumpkin seeds as a dusting on the top. That one sounds really good. I'm actually really excited for that one. That's called the Oaxaca, huh? I'm down for that. Then we've got another Budapest, which is the paprika dusted one. This guy right here. And we have another Black Pearl, which is the ginger and wasabi with matcha dusting. And then we have the very last one here, which is totally unique. There's only one of them. And you'll notice it's kind of got this black dusting on it. This one is the absinthe, which sounds really interesting. Kubler absinthe filling, Chinese star anise, fennel and fennel. Okay. 62% cacao dark chocolate with a coconut ash dust topping. Okay. All right, guys, here we go. So, I know that I've spent, We've spent 40 minutes. We've spent 40 minutes going into the detail of this madness that I'm about to unleash upon myself. And I mean, I needed to do that. I had to go through all that information. Like, I'm not gonna read all the chocolate biographies. Maybe what I'll do is, as I pull one out and I take a bite, I'll, like, read, like, the biography or something, maybe. So, but it's just, I have never, ever in my entire life had chocolates like this ever before. This is, like, genuinely a unique experience to me, and I was like, there is no way in hell. Like, because like I said, I opened the box at first, and, like, when I realized what was going on, I was like, I have to, like, do this on my channel. I have to. There's no way that I can't do this on my channel. It's absolute insanity. So, like, that's why, like, I had to do this, you guys. So, like, once I opened the package, I was like, there's no way. There's no way that I'm gonna miss out on this. There's no way that I can't share this with you guys. Okay. I don't think I'm going to eat the whole box. I did see that, Wrath of Wood. I'm not going to eat the whole box. What I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to eat one of every flavor on this stream and give you guys a proper review. After I eat one of every flavor, that's it. That's it. I'm not going to eat anymore. But I have to know. So I'm just going to go down the line until I start getting into the repeats, and then we'll try the unique ones, which are kind of like by themselves and there's no copies of them. Like the Absinthe is unique, the Waxa is unique. The rest of these kind of repeat. It looks like the Pauline di Finaccio is also unique, but the rest of these, it seems like they repeat. So... Let's see, is the Black Pearl by himself? No, the Black Pearl is too. Okay, so we're going to start with the first one, which is the Red Fire, which is Ancho Chili's Sri Lankan Ceylon Cinnamon, 62% cacao dark chocolate. So this is going to be a spicy boy. That's this guy right here in the top corner. I'm going to pull him out. We're going to give him a try. So here we go. Okay, I pulled the chocolate out. And I'm gonna show it off on camera so you guys can get a proper look at it rather than just seeing the tiny little image of it. There you go. It's got the, what is this? What is it dusted with? Oh, it's dusted with cinnamon. It's dusted with Sri Lankan Ceylon cinnamon. Okay, but we have to do the ritual. We have to do the ritual, you guys. Okay, so first it says, close your eyes. Take 3 deep Ujjayi breaths. I just assume that's going to be a deep breath. Listen to the space between thoughts and prepare your palate to experience chocolate. Okay. All right, here we go. All right. And then it says step 2 is to touch. Actually, maybe step 2 is C? I think it's C. So I'm seeing the chocolate. And it says describe what you see. What is the shape, the color, sheen, and texture? Well, it's spherical, like pretty much all of them. It's orange with cinnamon. And it's got kind of like a dark color with a light brown dusting. I actually like it. It's kind of got like a red coloring to it. The sheen is kind of dusty and spotted. All right, and then I get to touch it. I get I'm allowed to touch it, you guys. Oh, this one's broken a little bit. That's too bad. So I'm gonna touch it. Touching the chocolate. Touching it with my finger. Rubbing it. That sensual rub. I don't smell anything. It doesn't smell like anything. My hands still kind of smell like soap from when I washed them before. And then it says smell. Bring the chocolate to your nose. Close your eyes. Cup your hands around the chocolate and inhale deeply. Oh, that's actually really nice. I actually enjoyed that. Hold on. Oh, this is so good. I'm enjoying this, you guys. This is nice. Like, that smelled great. It smells like really strong dark chocolate, obviously, but then with just a hint of cinnamon, just a little teeny tiny bit of cinnamon. You are one with the bean. Absolutely, Ashed. Absolutely. All right, so here I go. Now I get to take the first bite. Sadly, this thing is it fell apart. Look at this. totally, I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's totally, like, I can pull the shell off. Like, it's totally falling apart here. So, I'm going to try to take one bite, because it says it's a 2-bite experience. So here we go. Wow. Oh, there it is. Oh, man. Oh, my God. Wait a minute. Oh, no. I mean, it's good, but oh, no. Oh, wow. That totally caught me off guard. Okay. Okay, let me... Woo! All right. Let me kind of explain the whole process that went down there. So, I took a bite, and I immediately was chewing it, and I was like, oh, it's chocolate. I mean, it's very good chocolate. It's very truffly chocolate, but it's good chocolate. And I kind of, like, tasted it, rubbed it around in my mouth a little bit, and I was like, this is pretty good. This is pretty good. And then I was, like, surprised. I was like, where's the chili? I don't taste any chili. And then all of a sudden, wham! It just hit me all at once. I was like, oh my God. It had like a delay to it. But it goes away quick. I will say this, like the spice hits you all at once. Like basically like you taste it and all you taste is chocolate, right? And then the spice hits you like a train. And it's just like, bam! Like your tongue's on fire for like a second. And then, like, after, like, a few seconds, it's gone. Like, there's no... I could still taste the chocolate, which is great, but the spiciness is all gone, so it just kind of hit me once, like, all in one go. And it hit hard. But then it went away. So that's kind of cool. I like that. I'm usually used to eating spicy chocolate that, like, you taste the spice immediately, and then it sticks with you through the whole experience. But I really like that. I like the fact that it kind of, like, it sneaks up on you, and then it hits you really hard, and then it just goes away. Like, as soon as it came, like, it only lasted, like, a few seconds, the spiciness of it. So, that was really nice. And now I'm gonna eat the rest of it. Let me take a... It smells good. Also, it's got this, like, really, it's got this lasting flavor to it. So, like, I can still, like, enjoy the overall dark chocolate taste. And it reminds me of, like, it actually reminds me of wine a little bit, weirdly enough. Like, it's kind of got this, this almost sour sort, like, not sour, but, like, you know, like, when you drink wine, when you're sipping wine, and, like, you kind of coat your mouth in the wine, and it just kind of, like, sticks with you for a while. But it's not, like, an actual strong wine flavor. It just kind of sticks around for a little bit, and it's kind of got that dull, sour flavor to it. That's what this tastes like right now. Like, because, I mean, I've eaten it, I've swallowed it, I've consumed it, but it's still got a sort of, like, dull, sour, like, tone left over, which is nice. It's nice. I'm gonna eat the rest of this. That bite didn't taste as spicy. It's very good, though. Oh, there it is. Okay, thank you. I appreciate that, thank you. All right. Oh, man. And then it's gone! And then it's just immediately gone. That's really cool. That's really cool. I like that. I like how it does that. Like, it takes a little bit of time for it to hit you. And then it hits you really hard. And then right after it hits you really hard, it's just gone. It's just gone. It's so cool. I like that. Let me see what this thing says here a little bit. What was that one called again? Red Fire. Red Fire. That was super cool. Do they not have any information in here about it? Seems like they don't. Oh, there it is. There it is. Okay. Red Fire. The earliest cultivators of chilies believed the spicy fruits to hold mystical spiritual powers. They were often withheld when fasting in order to please the gods. This truffle combines ancho and chipotle chilies around Sri Lanka Ceylon cinnamon bark and 62% cacao dark chocolate to form a truly ancient and enchanting experience. It's really good. That was really good. I really like that a lot. All right, so I'm gonna cleanse my palate real quick. I got some coffee here. I'm gonna kind of like, because I can still taste that chocolate, like legitimately. It's very nice. Like, I actually like, you can eat like one of these and probably like enjoy the flavor of it for like a good like 10 or 15 minutes. I wouldn't be surprised because it sticks around, like for sure. Let me kind of cleanse my palate and then we'll move on to the next one. All right. I think my palate is cleansed. Okay. So now we're going to move on to the... Oh, no. We're moving on to the Balsamico. Here we go, guys. Here we go. We're going for the Balsamico, which is the 12-year-old cask-aged balsamic vinegar from Modena. 62% dark chocolate, IGP Piemonte hazelnuts coated on the top. Ashed says, it's a chocolate experience. This is the real deal. No king-size bar of mass-produced mediocrity. Exactly. That's why, like, I had to share this. There was no way. Like, because I can't, like, I mean, yes, I can enjoy these by myself, but this is, like, an experience that I have to share with you guys. I mean, I couldn't get around it. Okay, so I'm going to take this one, which is, what did I say it was? The Balsamico. Oh, man. Here we go, guys. All right, gotta carefully kind of pull it out here. Make sure that guy doesn't tip over. Oop. Okay, careful. It's very precariously set up. Okay, so let me go ahead and give you guys a proper look at this thing. So this has got the hazelnuts on the top. Yeah, it's got IGP Piemonte hazelnuts coated on the top. That's the white spots. And we're going to do the ritual, so we have to do the... All right, I feel like I'm meditating between each chocolate here. Then we have to see it, so we have to look at it, and it says here, describe the shape, color, sheen, and texture. Okay, so it's circular, just like all the rest of them. It's actually darker than the previous one. Like, it actually has a blacker, darker texture, or color and appearance, I mean to say, than the previous one. Which doesn't make sense because they're the same percentage. Weird. It just looks darker to me. It's got these little white spots, which I'm seeing now are more powdery than I thought they were. I thought they would be like flakes, but they're definitely powdery. The sheen is very light and smooth. Looks nice. It looks really nice. And then we're going to touch it. We're going to sensually touch the chocolate. So I'm going to go ahead and... Yes. Yes. I actually like the texture of this one. I can't believe I'm saying that about a chocolate. I like the texture of this chocolate. So it's very smooth on the smooth parts. And then it's kind of like fluffy and like light on the dusting, which comes right off, by the way. It's like right there on my finger. Hazelnutty. All right, and now we get to smell it. The smell of this one is not as strong as the previous one. I can still smell the dark chocolate, but it's lighter. It's like more subtle than the previous one for sure. All right, so now that we've done that, we can go for the first bite. So here we go. Balsamic vinegar. Balsamic vinegar, boys and girls. All right, here we go. I have no idea what's going on in my mouth right now. It's like a muted dark chocolate. Like, Oh, that's so weird. I can't taste any oh, what the hell? This is a weird experience, you guys. Okay, so, a little piece on my finger there. Okay, so, how do I describe this? So the previous chocolate was stronger in the dark chocolate flavor. This one tastes really light. Like, really, really light. I would almost, I could even see myself mistaking it for milk chocolate. Like, it's not, like, creamy like milk chocolate, but it's very smooth. Where it's like, it doesn't have that bitter flavor to it at all. Like, it doesn't taste bitter in the slightest. It's very smooth. I would say it even, like, tastes relatively sweet for a dark chocolate. More so than the previous one, definitely. And I cannot taste any vinegar at all. Like, not at all. I would say that it's kind of got this, like, light, almost fruity taste to it. Almost fruity taste. And it's, unlike the previous one, the flavor doesn't stick in your mouth. So, like, when I was eating the previous one, like, the flavor of the previous chocolate stuck in my mouth for a long time, and I'm like, oh, you could enjoy this flavor for, like, 10 or 15 minutes. This one, not so. This one, you just eat it, like, you take a bite of it, and you can enjoy it, and it tastes really smooth, really sweet. It's got, like, a fruity tone to it. No vinegar taste. I'm wondering if maybe, like, the fruity tone is, like, the vinegar, maybe? But it doesn't taste like vinegar at all. Like, not at all. Not in the slightest. Hey, Zoo, glad to have you in here. How you doing, girlfriend? You chilling out? You come to see that chocolate? But the most interesting thing is that the flavor doesn't stick with you. You just, like, it's just gone. Like, you can enjoy it for a short amount of time, and then it's just, poof, gone. No more flavor to it. It's really weird. Like, it's kind of off-putting a little bit, whereas the previous one had a really strong dark chocolate flavor that, like, stuck in your mouth for a long time. So, it's just really subtle and strange. Like, considering it's called a balsamic vinegar, like, it says here, 12-year-old cask-aged balsamic vinegar from Modena. You know, if you never told me that, and I bit into this, I would have never known. Like, legitimately. It tastes great. Like, it tastes really good. It's just that it's a very short experience, you know? So I'm gonna take the second bite. I'm gonna finish it off. It's weird. Yeah, it's, oh, so like I said, it's got like a fruity tone to it. And I guess you could say, oh, fruit, like grapes, like vinegar, like maybe that could be it. But, ooh, there's some, hazelnut here. Ooh, and that's a real hazelnut too. That was like a chunk. That one is very interesting. The flavor doesn't stick with you, like, at all. And it's got kind of like a fruity tone to it, which I assume is probably the vinegar. That has to be what it is. But it just comes and it goes really quickly. The flavor doesn't stick with you. It doesn't taste like vinegar at all. And it's very smooth and very light. And I would even describe it as sugary. Like I said, like, it's probably the least dark chocolate tasting dark chocolate that I've had in a long time, which is really weird. And it's like, it's not quite like milk chocolate either, because it doesn't have a creamy flavor to it. Like, it's just a very sweet, subtle dark chocolate flavor that just comes and goes, and that's it. What's up, Gage? Glad to have you in here, buddy. Good to see you. One of these days, I should stream Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. Maybe. That could be it. That could be something I might do in the future. Who knows? I've actually never played a Mystery Dungeon game before at all. Okay, so next chocolate. Let's take a look here. So we now have the... Oh, man. I have no idea what this is going to be like, because I don't know what these words are. So the next one is going to be the Chef Pascal, which says... Schwarzwalder Kirstwasser. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what that means. That's what the filling is, so okay. 62% dark and a Michigan cherry on the top. So that's gonna be this guy right here. We're gonna pull that guy out, and then we're gonna do our ritual, our chocolate eating ritual. Oh, I have to cleanse my palate. So we're gonna take a second here. Cleanse my palate. Give me a second. I can't taste that chocolate at all. That's almost why I forgot to even do the palate cleansing. Was because I can't even taste it anymore. Okay. Yeah, it's gone. That flavor is gone. Okay, palate cleanse. Okay, so here we go for the Chef Pascal. It's got the little cherry on the top. That's kind of cool. I wonder if I should just eat the cherry all in one go. Well, let's do the ritual. I'm sorry, guys. We got to do the ritual here. We're not doing it right if we don't do the ritual. So we first breathe. Chocolate. 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 Okay. All right. That's actually really relaxing. Just to kind of breathe between each chocolate. That's really nice. Okay, now we have to look at the chocolate. So what do we see? So obviously it's round, just like all the others. This is very smooth. It's very shiny. There's no dusting on the top at all. It's got this little cherry right here, which is kind of cool. I really like that. It's going to be hard to kind of like... I might have to like pull the cherry off, take a bite of the cherry, and then take a bite of the chocolate just to get both the flavors. So that might be good to know. It's very shiny, and it looks about as dark as the previous one. So I don't know what that means. I doubt we're gonna have an exact similar taste as the previous one. That last one was really weird, so I don't think we're gonna have one that's gonna taste exactly like that. Michigan cherry, absolutely. That's what it says here, right? I think that's what it says. Yeah, Michigan cherry. It's got a Michigan cherry. I mean, I guess it's a cherry from Michigan, I would assume. So now we have to touch it. So we touch the cherry. The cherry is kind of sticky. Just a little sticky. Not too sticky, just a little sticky. And then the chocolate is... Ooh, that is... I can't believe I'm getting so much out of the touching experience. The chocolate itself is very smooth, and also it comes right off on my finger. I don't know if you guys can see that. There's like a couple of small chocolate speckles on my finger. You could probably just barely see it. So it's very soft, unlike the other one and the one before that. So I don't know if that has to do with the dusting or how it's prepared. It's definitely different. Okay, and now I get to smell it. All right, here we go. It's got like barely any smell to it. They're all really different. It's really weird. I never thought I would have like an experience where I have all these unique chocolates and they're all totally different in so many ways. Yeah, I mean, so I can smell like a sugary smell, but that's it. That's it. I can smell that there is like a sugary scent in front of me, but I can't smell the chocolate. I definitely can't smell the cherry at all. But yeah, that's the smelling experience. So now we're gonna go into the biting experience, I guess. So I'm gonna carefully try to pull the cherry off of the chocolate, which is not as successful as I thought it would be. It's kind of falling apart a little bit. There we go. I got the cherry off. So I'm gonna take a bite of the cherry. Put the rest of it in the wrapper. And then I'm gonna take a bite of the chocolate. It reminds me of wine, like right away. Sorry, there's a small piece that fell off that I was taking a bite out of there. It's all over my fingers too. That chocolate rubs right off of the top of the chocolate. Yeah. So it doesn't have a very strong flavor. It reminds me of wine. Like the first bite right away reminds me of wine. I could definitely say that it would be a totally different experience if I didn't take a bite of that cherry alongside of the chocolate, which kind of like, the cherry kind of like promotes the flavor more so. I think that it would be way too subtle if it didn't have the cherry on the top. The flavor kind of, like the previous one, the flavor just kind of comes and goes and then it's gone. And that's kind of interesting. I guess it's similar. I would say though that this one has like, it comes and goes, but the flavor overall is stronger than the previous one. Definitely, for sure. So I'm actually wondering, because it says here, Schwarzwälder Kirschwasser. I'm wondering if that's like an alcoholic drink. Because it reminds me, like, it tastes like a wine. Legitimately, this tastes like wine to me. Definitely very interesting. And it doesn't stick around. I don't know how else to describe it. It's very smooth. It doesn't have that, like, super light flavor like the previous one did. It definitely has a stronger, like, dark chocolate flavor to it, for sure. But all I can really get out of it the most is that it reminds me a lot of wine. For sure, it reminds me of wine. Whoa, did my stream reset? What happened here? That's so wild. Oh, that's weird. The stream reset, guys. I don't know if you guys noticed anything on your end, but it apparently hiccuped on my end, which is kind of weird. I've seen it do this before, but it reset the timer like as if I started a new stream, even though I didn't. All right, so I'm going to finish this off and see if I can get a better understanding of the flavor here. Here we go. Wine. Wine, for sure. And the cherry, the cherry definitely promotes the flavor more. Like, definitely. And the flavor, it doesn't stick around long either. Like, I'm literally chewing it, and the flavor is like going away as I'm chewing it. It's very weird. But it's definitely stronger flavor in dark chocolate, so it's like more bitter, and it definitely tastes like wine, for sure. No doubt about it, in the slightest. All right. That was a good one. I like that. Okay. That one, I still think that so far my favorite one is the chili one, which we did in the very beginning. These last two have been a lot more subtle. That one was all right. That one was, I think I liked it better than the balsamico, the vinegar one. So this one, we're going to do the really crazy wild one. Okay, we've got two crazy wild flavors, and this is the first of the wild flavors. So let me go ahead and pull it out, and I'll tell you guys all about it. So we've got, okay, hold on. Come on. Okay, there we go. I got it. Now I got to make sure that it doesn't fall apart. Okay, there we go. All right. This one right here we go, guys, is the wrap. So the wrap is, you ready? Horseradish, lemon zest, IGP Piemonte hazelnuts, Valrhona cocoa nibs on the top, and it's 62% dark chocolate. Oh boy! All right, let's go through the whole. Well, let me cleanse my palate, and then we'll go through the whole process again. All right, so we got to do the process. Here we go. Three deep breaths. All right, here we go, guys. Here we go. We got to take a look at it. So, take a look. It's got cocoa nibs on the top, and I actually love cocoa nibs. They're super healthy for you, and they are so delicious. It's like, I'm not 100% sure, it's like chocolate in its rawest form, I think? Where it's like there's no chocolate, there's no sugar. Let me kind of look it up real quick. Cocoa nibs. What are cocoa nibs? What are cocoa nibs? Cocoa nibs are small pieces of crushed cocoa beans or cacao beans that have a bitter, chocolatey flavor. I'm not going to read any more of that, but there you go. There's a whole bunch of information about that. But I was just curious. But yeah, I think it's supposed to be like the healthiest way to like enjoy chocolate. And it's just a straight up like raw cocoa beans, which is kind of cool. So we got to take a look at it. So it's got the smooth texture. It's definitely round, but it's got these nice little chunky cocoa nibs on the top, which I'm really excited to bite into because cocoa nibs are delicious. And then we get to touch it. So I'm going to touch the side. It seems actually a little more solid than the previous one because the previous one kind of like scraped off on my finger when I was touching it. This one, not so much. And the cocoa nibs are kind of rough and textured, like they're like rough and kind of like sandpapery a little bit. But yeah. And then let's go ahead and smell it. That one's got a very strong chocolate smell. Yeah, for sure. Like strong chocolate scent. The lounge is being stained brown slowly but surely. Slowly but surely. I'm a big chocolate mess here tonight, that's for sure. And now we're gonna bite into it. Okay, I'm gonna bite it from this side. Here we go. Whoa! Holy crap! Oh man! Wow! Oh my god! I don't know how to feel. Okay. Yeah, there's wasabi in that. There is definitely wasabi and ginger in that, for sure. Wow. Oh, and the aftertaste. Oh my god. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Oh my god. Wow, that thing punches you in the face. Wow. There is no subtlety to that at all. At all. Not even slightly. Oh my god. It's like you bite into it and you're just BAM! Like punched in the face by the wasabi immediately. Immediately. And the thing is that it's not like spicy, you know? It's not like I don't know if you guys have ever had raw wasabi. I have, because I actually like wasabi. But it's like a really strong horseradish, right? And it's got a very particular flavor to it. So like, if you've ever had wasabi and then your sinuses are just like, holy shit, you know? Because they're all flared up with the wasabi and the horseradish and all that. So this has the potent flavor of the wasabi, but it's not like attacking my sinuses. Like it doesn't feel like I'm about to have a runny nose or anything. But holy crap, can you taste that wasabi? Wow. Wow. and the ginger kind of comes in after the wasabi. So like it's like you get that horseradishy, like, and it's not bad. It's not bad. Like, I mean, if you really hate wasabi, then you're not gonna like it. Like, straight up. If you don't like wasabi, you're not gonna like this. I like wasabi. I think this is good. But you're just immediately punched in the face by the wasabi flavor, like, right away. Like, I barely even had to, like, touch my tongue to the thing to realize that I was tasting wasabi. And then, like, right after the wasabi flavor kicks in, you then get a flush of, like, the ginger flavor, which is kind of refreshing. I would describe it more as, like a sweet, juicy flavor, rather than, like, a potent, like, sour, sour, pickly flavor. You know what I mean? So, it's pretty good. I can barely taste the dark chocolate over all the other flavors. So, like, the dark chocolate takes a far back seat to everything else. Like, you taste the wasabi, you taste the ginger, and then after sitting for a while with those flavors, you then remember that you bit into dark chocolate. So, yeah, so yeah, the dark chocolate flavor is there. It's just you have to, like, shovel your way through the wasabi and the ginger flavor to remind yourself that it is in fact dark chocolate. I can't taste the cocoa nibs at all. I can't taste them at all, which is fine. It's not a big deal. Cocoa nibs are really good though. They're really good. So wow. Wowie zowie. That wasabi, it don't mess around. It does not mess around, not even in this chocolate. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish this piece. We'll do the palate cleansing, and then we'll move on to the next one. All right, here I go. Here I go. Oh, man. It's just so strong. It's so strong. Oh. While the chocolate is melting in your mouth, don't swallow it. Don't do that. I will say this. Oh, man. Even though the cocoa nibs don't provide much flavor, they give the chocolate a great texture. Oh, man. I can still taste that wasabi. The cocoa nibs give it a great texture. So, like, they're crunchy, right? Now, I can't really taste the cocoa nibs, but they have a very strong, crunchy, crispy texture, which is really nice. I actually really like that. I love, like, Crunch Bars, and, like, Kit Kats are my favorite, and I like them because they have that strong, crunchy texture to them. It's very good. I love that. So, like, the cocoa nibs adding that kind of crunchy, like, crispy texture to the chocolate, it's great. I like that a lot. It doesn't help with the flavor, but it's got a good texture. It makes it fun to chew it, you know? But I will say, the one thing is that, because of how strong those flavors are, the dark chocolate, I can't taste it. Like, I can't taste the dark chocolate at all. Oh, man. Alright, I gotta palate cleanse myself after that one. There's no way I'm forgetting to palate cleanse after that one. That one was crazy. That one was crazy. And it's funny because I thought that the vinegar one was gonna be crazy, but no. No, hold up, vinegar flavored, you know, fancy chocolate. You're gonna take a back seat to the wasabi and ginger chocolate. Wasabi is one of the few spicy things you can handle, Rathwood. I love wasabi and spicy stuff. Rebecca likes the way these chocolates look. Ooh, get some fancy chocolates in your lives. I don't know if you want to go crazy. Like, my parents, I feel like that my parents are secretly laughing their asses off about this right now. Like, my stepmom was like, oh, he got the package today. Ah, it's gonna be so funny when he eats them. Like, oh, man. I know they'll probably watch this one. They'll probably watch this stream and they'll just laugh their butts off the whole time. Alright, palate cleansed. Alright, what's next here? What do we got next? So now we have... Oh, this is the really nice looking one. Oh, wait a minute. I actually mixed up the chocolates. So, and it's funny because they're not that different. So, the wrap one, which I just ate, that wasn't wasabi and ginger. That was horseradish and lemon zest. Which, like, wasabi and horseradish are basically the same thing. And I mean, I guess that would make sense more so for, because I was saying how, like, the ginger didn't really taste, like, pickly and sour. It tasted more like a fruity tone. And I guess that makes sense for the lemon zest, you know? And also had hazelnut filling in there, which I think I didn't really notice. I think it was too the horseradish and lemon flavor was too powerful. So I haven't even actually gotten to the wasabi one, you guys. I misread it. I misread the wrap for the black pearl. And the black pearl's coming up. The green one is the black pearl, which we will get to. So I kind of assume, I mean, I don't know if it's going to be more powerful than what we just ate, but that one we just ate, horseradish and lemon zest, that was pretty freaking intense. Wow. There was, like, there's no getting around how crazy, powerful, strong flavors those were. But now we're getting into a calmer one. So this one's called the brown butter, which seems to be like, it seems like they've kind of picked it as like the popular, like, sweet, chocolatey, savory kind of chocolate here. So it says it's the Vermont Creamery Cultured Butter Ganache filling, which sounds really good. And then it's got Matisse Fleur de Sal salt. Okay. So it's going to be like a sweet and salty kind of experience. And also, excuse me, it seems that this is 72% dark chocolate, so this will be a stronger one. So let me go ahead and pull this bad boy out. Ooh, I'm getting hiccups now. Goodness gracious. It's probably because of how intense that chocolate was. Okay, my stomach's like, what have you put in me? All right, so we're gonna pull out this brown butter one here off to the side. I know you guys can just kind of barely see it. There it is. And I'll show it off on camera. Oh, it's got salt on the top. Oh, it looks really nice. There you go, take a look at that. See the little salt flakes on the top? It looks really nice. All right, so we're gonna do the whole ritual just like always. Breathing deep breaths 3 times. All right. Important business. So now we have to take a look at it and see what we see. Talk about what we see. So, it's smooth, just like a lot of the ones with little toppings on them are. But it is kind of interesting because I wasn't expecting this. It does have salt flakes on the top, but it also has this weird powdery stuff, which, let me see if it's described on there. It just says the topping is Matisse Fleur de Sal salt. So I don't know if the weird powdery topping is part of the salt. You guys can notice it's kind of like a brown color up at the top here. Let me kind of get that in the camera. See that brown, that light brown coloration? It looks like it might be like either like cinnamon or like paprika or something like that. Like, I don't know if like one of the other chocolates touched this one and maybe that's what that is. Or maybe it legitimately is just the salt and it's just a weird color or a different form of the same salt. But that is kind of interesting and I did note it. So next we have to touch it. We gotta sensually caress the chocolate. Oh, baby. Oh, yeah, you like that? Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I knocked one of your little salt flakes off. Oh, I know. I'm such a dirty boy. I shouldn't be touching you this way. I don't mean to be too rough. I don't mean to be too rough on you, chocolate. Yeah. Yeah, you like that, don't you? And whatever the brown stuff off is, it flaked off on my finger, so. Whoa, that is definitely salt. Whoa, that brown stuff is definitely salt. Very salty. Okay, I was not expecting that. Okay, so next we gotta smell it. Nothing. I smell a sugary scent, but I don't smell like the chocolate itself, and I definitely don't smell the salt. It's just kind of got like a light sugary smell to it. Okay, so here we go. We're gonna taste it and see what happens. I'm gonna try and get a salty end here. Here we go. Very salty. When I said very salty, I mean very, very salty. It's very, very salty. I'm dead serious. It is so salty. Even my lips taste salty after biting into that. That is so salty. I mean, it's not like I took a spoonful of salt and put it in my face, you know? Like, it's not like that kind of salty, but it's so salty. It's salty enough that it overpowers all the other flavors. All the other flavors are overpowered by how salty this tastes. I don't know how I feel about it. Normally, I like salty chocolate. I do. I normally do. But I don't think I, like, you know, I don't think I've ever had a chocolate that has salt in it that tastes this salty. It's, but, like, I don't feel like as if, like I said, it's not like I took a spoonful of salt and put it in my mouth. That's not the case here. It's just the overall flavor of the salt overpowers everything else. It overpowers the sweetness. It overpowers the flavor of the dark chocolate. It overpowers everything, to be honest. I don't know if I like it, which is kind of funny because I thought that this would probably be, out of the whole collection, like one of the tastiest chocolates, you know? But it's so salty that I don't know if I'm particularly the biggest fan of it. I really can't, like, taste the dark chocolate that much. I mean, it's there. Like, if I look for it and, like, think about it hard enough, like, it's there, for sure. But, damn, is it salty. All right, here I go. Here I go for the rest of it. Yeah, it's very salty. Like, even the cream filling is overpowered by the flavor of the salt, for sure. For sure. It's very smooth, though. I will say that. Like, the texture of the chocolate is very, like, fine and smooth. And, the overall power of the dark chocolate, it's so subtle. It's so incredibly subtle. Like, it's got that thing going for it again, where it's like, it's not super bitter, and it's smooth in flavor. Like, it's kind of like, subtle is how I would describe it. It's very subtle, and it's sweet, but not like it's sweet like milk chocolate would be sweet, but it's not, creamy like milk chocolate. I mean, it's definitely interesting. I just don't like the fact that it tastes like the salt flavor is so overpowering. I feel like that the rest of the truffle kind of suffers because of how strong the salt flavor is. Which is, like, too bad because it kind of, like, describes this Vermont Creamery cultured butter ganache. Like, that sounds really good. I mean, I kind of wish that, like, it wasn't so salty. So that maybe that's part of the process of making the cream, though. The cream thing is maybe it's a salty cream. I don't know. It's very different. I was not expecting it to taste like that, like, at all. I thought that it was going to be more like it was just going to have a salt topping to kind of, like, coat you with salt, and then you bite into the chocolate and, like, the ganache, and it was just, like, creamy and flavorful and dark chocolatey, you know? But it was very salty. It was surprisingly salty flavored. Palate cleansing time! Palate cleansing time. Starting to run out of coffee here. Hopefully I'll have enough to get through it. Okay, so the next one is, the Black Pearl. This, I'm sorry for messing the two up, you guys. The previous one that was the horseradish and lemon zest, I confused for the wasabi and the ginger. So the one that we had before that I mistook for the wasabi and ginger was actually called the wrap, which was horseradish and lemon zest, and the IGP Piemonte hazelnut cream filling with cocoa nibs on the top. So this, the Black Pearl, is the organic Wakaya ginger, freshly grated wasabi, 72% cacao dark chocolate, ceremonial matcha topping. So that's why it's green colored on the top. So we're gonna go ahead and pull this green boy off of here, just like so. I'm gonna go ahead and show it to you guys. There we, look at that, look at how bright green it is. Oh my God. Oh my God. I love it, I love it. All right, and we're gonna do our important business chocolate eating ritual. All right, so 3 deep breaths. Okay. I'm mentally prepared. All right, now we have to look at it. So, all I see is green. It's definitely totally, like, if I try to look really closely at the chocolate, the whole thing is coated in this green matcha dust. So, like, I bet if I, like, touched it, it would just be a layer of green on my finger. And it's darker colored green in some spots more than others because there's a heavier powdering of the green matcha dust on the top in some spots more than others. But that's all I can see. It doesn't have a very strong sheen to it. It's kind of shiny in some places where the powdering is lighter. But other than that, for the most part, it's pretty, it doesn't have, like, a real sheen to it like the other ones did. Next we're going to touch it. We're gonna touch it. Oh yeah. Yeah, you like that? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, you like it when I touch your matcha dust? Oh girl. Yeah. Yeah, you like that, don't you? Yeah. Actually the matcha dust doesn't come off that easily, surprisingly. There's a little bit on there, a little bit. Kind of looks a little bit yellow on my finger. Doesn't taste like anything. Maybe it'll have a stronger flavor when I bite into it. Okay, so here we go. Ratherwood wants to know when the chocolate cult starts. Right now. Right here, right now, in this stream, we're all part of the chocolate cult. Okay. So, mind you, once again, guys, the previous one was the ginger lemon zest. This one is the wasabi ginger. Okay, or I should say the previous one was the horseradish lemon zest. I'm sorry, I keep mixing them up. I'm sorry. This one is wasabi ginger. So here we go. I wonder if it's gonna punch me in the face like last time, like the previous one did. All right. Where's the wasabi and ginger? What? Wait a minute, what? Hold on, I gotta take another bite of this thing. Hold on a second. I feel bamboozled here. Hold on a minute. Okay, I'm gonna take another small bite. I don't taste any wasabi or ginger. I'm so confused. I'm so confused. That is so weird. Okay, so let me kind of describe what I'm tasting here. Okay, so unlike some of the previous ones that I've had, the dark chocolate flavoring is so strong on this one. Like, I can taste the dark chocolate through and through, and it's lasting in my mouth as well. Like, I can still taste it. So, I can definitely taste the dark chocolate. It's very, very strong. And it's even got kind of a bitter flavor to it. Unlike the other ones, which tasted more subtle. This one's got a stronger dark chocolate flavoring to it. I'm also noticing that there's kind of like an herbal taste to it. And it's like you can only just barely taste this herbal flavor in the chocolate. Wasabi and ginger, I don't taste it at all. Like, at all. Like, not, like, no wasabi taste, like, no ginger taste, nothing. It just tastes like a slightly bitter, stronger dark chocolate with a weird herbal aftertaste. Like, it tastes like herbally at the very end. And, like, it's kind of like I don't know how to describe it. Like almost like a very subtle, light, sort of herbally peppery flavor that you can only just barely taste at the very end of it. But I don't taste any wasabi, and I don't taste any ginger at all. Like, at all. And this is definitely the right one. Like, I'm positive of it. I made sure. So the ginger one with the lemon zest is way more intense than this one. This honestly, like, this is another one of those situations where if somebody handed me this and did not tell me that there was ginger and wasabi in it, I would never guess that there's wasabi and ginger in it at all. Like, never, ever, ever. I would never think that that was the case. It's wild. It definitely tastes like a stronger dark chocolate, though. So, like, if I'm kind of, like, judging all of these based on, like, their overall dark chocolate taste, like the bitterness and, like, the overall flavoring of the dark chocolate, this one so far has the strongest dark chocolate flavor to it, where it's like I can very clearly taste the dark chocolate. It tastes very good based on the fact that it's dark chocolate. But no ginger flavor, or at least it doesn't taste like there's ginger flavor to me, and it doesn't taste like there's wasabi flavor to me either. Which is a little disappointing, I'll be honest. I was kind of hoping that it would be like the wrap, which, like, punched me in the face with its flavor. Like, the wrap is crazy. Like, it's so strong. And this one, not at all. Like, not at all in the slightest. It's a little off-putting how it doesn't taste like wasabi and ginger. Yeah, strong dark chocolate flavor. Very strong. And then that weird herbally aftertaste. Like, it's... see, I said peppery, but I wouldn't say it's peppery either. I would say it's more like a bitter kind of, like, flavor to it. Like, a bitter herbal kind of flavor, you know? I don't know how else to really describe it. That might be the ginger. Or the wasabi. I don't know. Because I've eaten ginger and I've eaten wasabi, and I cannot taste a single hint of anything that would be considered wasabi or ginger in that particular one. But the thing is, though, is that it tastes great. Like, legitimately. Like I said, if somebody handed me that and did not tell me that there was ginger and wasabi in it, I would never have guessed that there was ginger and wasabi in it at all. Like, never, ever, ever. Not once. Alright, palate cleansing time. And then we'll move on to the next one. I think we gotta be getting close before we start hitting repeats. So the next one would be brown butter, so we're gonna skip that one. Next will be the Budapest, which we haven't tried yet. Trying to go a little easier on my coffee so that I can make it last now. Okay, so the Budapest is supposed to be just a stereotypical 62% dark chocolate truffle with Hungarian paprika. That's it. Okay. Now, paprika, what's interesting is that sometimes it can be pretty spicy. It depends. It depends how much you use, and it depends what kind. So, knowing that, this may or may not be pretty spicy. I don't know. So I'm going to go ahead and pull the Hungarian out. There we go. Zoo is laughing at the confusion. I was confused by that dark chocolate. I was definitely very confused by it. I was not. I was expecting it to be like the ginger and lemon, which was so strong. Is the wasabi acting like a spice and enhancing the chocolate flavor? It's not even that strong. Like, whatever that herbal flavor is that I was tasting, it's not strong enough to enhance anything as far as I can tell. I mean, it's possible that they did wasabi that was so light that it's just promoting the dark chocolate, maybe? I don't know. But I will say that the Black Pearl one, the one that I just ate, the wasabi and ginger, it has a very, very strong dark chocolate taste, for sure. Like, it's probably the most dark chocolate, like bitter dark chocolate flavors that I've had so far out of all these truffles. All right, ritual. We gotta do the ritual. Gonna eat some chocolate. Gonna eat so much chocolate. So much chocolate. Okay, all right. And then the next is we got to look at it. So clearly the Hungarian, as it's described, or I should say the Budapest, I'm sorry, not Hungarian. As the Budapest is described, it's totally coated in paprika. That is all paprika, all on the top, for sure. It doesn't have any sheen to it because it is totally covered in paprika. And it's spherical, just like all the rest of them. Nothing special there. And now we're going to touch it. We're going to touch it. Sensually caress the chocolate. Oh, that's actually pretty textured. It feels like sandpaper, actually. It's pretty on there. The paprika is really, really on there. Barely came off on my finger. I don't know if you guys can kind of see that. There's some on there, but I was rubbing it pretty hard, so I was kind of surprised that more of it didn't come off, but it's really on there. Can't taste anything. All right. And next we're going to smell it. We shall smell the Budapest. Woo! Spicy! I can smell the paprika. That's for sure. I can definitely smell the paprika. There's no getting around that. I think if I sniff it again, I'll sneeze, so I'm not going to do that. That is a very strong paprika smell, for sure. No getting around that at all. All right. So now we're going to do the taste testing. Such as chilies enhances the chocolate flavor? Yeah, it's possible that the wasabi might have done that. I mean, when I've had chili chocolate before, usually it's chocolate that is very heavy in the chili, where you can, like, you eat it and it's like hot, 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 you know, like, and I like that kind of stuff, I do. Which is why I was really excited when I found out a bunch of these were supposed to be like spicy chocolates. Let's see, because this guy might be a spicy chocolate, so here we go. We're gonna go for it. All right. Huh. That's really good. It's not spicy at all, by the way, guys. That one is really tasty. I like this one a lot. This one's, it's got a great flavor. It's got a great flavor. So, the dark chocolate flavor is pretty strong. I would actually say that it is not as strong as the Black Pearl. I would say that the Black Pearl has a much stronger, deeper, bitter, dark chocolate flavor. This one is more, it's got a strong dark chocolate flavor, but it's more sweet. Much more sweet. I would say it's less smooth. So like the previous one was a lot smoother than this one. Like this one has a very strong, sugary, dark chocolate flavor to it. It's not as bitter, but you can definitely taste the dark chocolate. The paprika is definitely there, but it's not spicy. It's not in your face, and it's not overdone. You could just, it's like you can just taste a hint of it, like just a hint. And it's like, it's not the aftertaste either. So it's like you bite it, and then you taste the dark chocolate, which is very good. And then you get a hint of the paprika, which is also very nice. And then you can taste more of the dark chocolate again afterwards, and then it goes away. And it's pretty good. And it has a little bit of a dark chocolate aftertaste, but it's not very strong. It's just a very kind of like light dark chocolate flavor to it. As an aftertaste, I mean. So that's pretty good. I actually really like this one. I think this one's pretty good. I actually kind of thought that it would be spicy, but it's not spicy at all. Like, not in the slightest. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop the rest of this in my mouth. It's very good. I like this one a lot. Yeah. This one's good. And then, like, that moment where the paprika kicks in, and it's followed by more dark chocolate. That's really good. I like that one a lot. That is the Budapest. I'm a fan. I like the Budapest. That's a very good one. Yeah. I like that one quite a bit. I might say that that one might be my favorite. It's very, the flavors of the chocolate are very strong. But it's not bitter because the Black Pearl was more bitter, in the dark chocolate flavor. This one is more light. It's more sugary tasting, but it's not like creamy. I like this one a lot. I think I'm kind of glad. I think they gave me 2 of these ones, so that'll be one I'll probably enjoy again later on. So now we're kind of getting into the repeats. I'm gonna go ahead and take a sip so I can cleanse my palate and get ready for the next one. By the way, the aftertaste of these chocolates is making this coffee amazing. It's like flavoring my coffee every time. Okay, so we did the Chef Pascal. That was the one that tasted like alcohol. We did the wrap. Oh boy, did we do the wrap. Polini di Finocchio. We haven't done this one. So that's the brown butter. That's the Chef Pascale. That's the wrap. Oh god, the wrap. So this one right here is the Polini di Finocchio, which we have not done yet. So I'm going to go ahead and grab that one out, and we'll do this one next. All right, here we go. Come on, baby. There we go. All right, so I pulled that sucker out. So let me go ahead and read what it says here. Polini di Finocchio. Oh yeah, this one was weird. Okay, so it's a truffle that's primarily 62% chocolate, and the only filling and possibly the topping of it is wild Tuscan fennel pollen. Okay. I mean, I can't even fathom what that will taste like, so I have no idea what I'm about to get myself into, but it's wild Tuscan fennel pollen infused chocolate, okay? So we're going to do our ritual. We're going to do our amazing, amazing ritual. So we got to... Chocolate. 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 Okay. All right. So now we're going to see it. Okay, so I'm going to assume that what's on the top is the pollen, but what's interesting is that it doesn't actually look like pollen. It looks like pollen, seeds, and stems. I'm serious, look at this thing. So, like, as you can see, it looks like there's, like, some pollen up here at the top, right? But then you can look over here, that's a seed. That big white chunk right there, that is a seed on it. And then if you look at this part right here, that's a stem. So I think they just kind of like took a plant, like the fennel plant, and they crushed it up. And they were like, okay, here's some pollen. There's a couple seeds, and we'll put a stem on there. And that way people know that there is fennel in this chocolate. So I got the whole damn plant on this thing. Like, goodness gracious. And I think that looks like a petal or a leaf right there. Like, goodness gracious. I just put the whole damn plant on this thing. So it's primarily pretty smooth. It's got a nice sheen to it. It's got good color. I would say it's a lighter dark chocolate color than the previous ones that I was eating. It looks pretty light to me, personally. It doesn't look as dark. So that's what I'm going to say is for the sight. Next we have to do the touch. Oh yeah, the touch. Oh yeah, we're gonna touch that pollen. Oh baby. It's surprisingly rigid, like sandpaper. It's really in there though. And, it feels like I got a little piece of it off there. There's some stems on there that don't really want to budge, which is okay. Oh, it looks like I got like a teeny tiny little stem on my finger there, so I'm gonna taste it. I don't know how I feel about this. I don't know about this one. It tastes like a stem, like a dried stem. So there you go. I mean, all right, sure, let's do it. Let's do it. Oh, we have to smell. We have to smell it. Okay. It actually has a really interesting smell. So it smells like dark chocolate, but it has like a smoky smell to it. Like, not like almost like a hickory smell, kind of, but it's just barely there. And I don't know why. Like, am I not smelling that correctly? No, it smells smoky. There's like some kind of smoky scent to it. It's very unusual. All right, let me take a bite. We'll take a bite. Here we go. We're gonna do the thing. We're gonna do the chocolate bitey thing. All right, here we go. You know what? Just for shits and giggles, I'm gonna go ahead and take a bite right where that right where the stem is. You guys see the stem? I'm gonna go ahead and take a big old bite out of the stem. Oh! That's surprisingly pleasant. Oh. That has a hell of an aftertaste. Oh, and I just realized what spice fennel is. Oh, that makes so much sense now. The smell and the taste of it. Because I use fennel seed when I'm cooking, and I know exactly what that smells and tastes like. It just took a second to, like, jog my memory. It's the flavor of the fennel that reminded me that, you know, when I cook with fennel seed, what that tastes and smells like. And that tastes like fennel. That tastes like fennel seed. Wow. Wow. That's a really interesting flavor. So, like, okay. So it's easier to explain what this tastes like if you know what fennel seed tastes like. So, like, because I cook with fennel seed every once in a while, and fennel seed kind of has a, what's the best way to describe it? It has kind of like a sweet, almost licorice flavor. So, like, if you know, like, what licorice tastes like, it's like fennel seed is kind of like a herbally, spicy sort of like licorice flavor. It's kind of got that weird, spicy, bitter, licorice, like sweet kind of taste to it. So like if you know what fennel seed tastes like, that has a really prominent flavor in this. So like when I bit into it, the first thing I tasted was dark chocolate. And it was very strong, and I was like, oh, that's pretty nice. And then, like, this kind of herbally sweet flavor came over my palate, and I was like, oh, that's pleasant. And I was like, why do I recognize this flavor? And I was like, oh, because it tastes like fennel seed. And I immediately, like, recognized it. It's got a very prominent fennel seed flavor to it. It's very strong. And then it's kind of, like, sweet and pleasant and aromatic. And then, like, when you finish eating it, the fennel flavor really steps in as an aftertaste, and you could just really taste it. But I like fennel seed, like, because I immediately, when I remembered what spice it was, like, and I was able to recognize its flavor, I was like, oh yeah, like, this is actually a really tasty spice that I use in my cooking. So, like, this is pretty good. This is pretty good. I like the fact that, that it has, like, the dark chocolate flavor first, and it hits you really hard with the dark chocolate to start with. And then the fennel seed flavor kind of kicks in afterwards. It's very good. I actually really like it. It's got a nice, it's very sweet. And I feel like the fennel seed flavor, the fennel pollen and seed and all that, whatever they're using, it's got a really sweet herbally flavor to it that really makes the dark chocolate flavoring a lot more prominent. It's pretty darn good, actually. I'm really surprised by it. I like it. I like this one. This one's good. I would kind of, I don't know. It's kind of like right now it's a tie between that's the Polony di Finocchio, and it's a tie between that one and the Budapest. I think I like the Budapest better, but that was the one with all the paprika in it. But this is pretty darn good. This is pretty good. Yeah. That fennel flavor is awesome. That's very good. It just like, it pairs so well with the dark chocolate flavor. Like, it's like they mesh together so well. That's really tasty. Yeah, I like that one a lot. That one is ooh. And I forgot the fennel really kicks in once the dark chocolate fades away. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a really good one. I really like that one. Yeah, so Budapest and Polony di Finocchio. Very good. Very, very good. I like those ones a lot. Okay, so I want to skip all the ones that I've done already, so let me kind of cleanse my palate a little bit. I think we have like maybe one or two more here. That's the last of the coffee. I'll have to drink water from now on. Okay, so we can skip the balsamico, because I've had that one. Ooh, the next one is the Oaxaca, which sounds really interesting. So the next one's called the Oaxaca, which is the, ooh, it's a spicy one. Guajillo y Pasilla chilies. 75% dark chocolate, 75% cacao, which is probably the darkest chocolate one in this entire group. Ooh, listen to this. Guajillo y Pasilla chilies, 75% cacao Tanzanian imported dark chocolate. Oh boy. And then pumpkin seeds, probably for the dusting. Okay, so that should be the one on, I believe, the left over here. Should be, let me make sure it's in the camera. I think it's this one right here. So the rest of these I've had. Yeah, because this one's the balsamico. So this is the next one we're gonna take. This one right here. Okay, come on. Get out of the box. Come on. It's really stuck in there. Come on. Come on. Oh, it's fighting with me. Oh man, it's like pulling the whole thing out. It's like pulling the whole tray out. All right, there we go. I got it. All right, this one sounds like, this is the Oaxaca. And this one sounds like it's going to be, ooh, it even looks really pretty too. All right, gotta do the ritual. Important business. Chocolate. Chocolate. I'm having a good time doing this, you guys. And I get to eat delicious chocolate! I get to eat delicious chocolate! Alright. So we gotta speed this up. We got this one and one more. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna take a look. So this one looks really cool. It's got, what is this on the top? Pumpkin seeds. So it's got ground pumpkin seeds on the top. Look at that. It's all green and pretty. I like it. And it's got like, I don't know. I like the pumpkin seed dusting. It looks really cool. And it's got a very smooth texture other than that, but I kind of pay attention more to how it's dusted rather than what it looks like smooth, because they all look the same smooth, to be honest. We're gonna touch it. We're gonna touch it. Yeah, we're gonna touch it. Oh. The pumpkin seeds feel like pumpkin seeds. The chocolate is pretty smooth. Doesn't Doesn't really rub off on my finger, but the pumpkin seeds do. Some of the pumpkin seeds are right there on my finger. Nice. Tastes like pumpkin seeds. And then we're gonna smell it. It's got a pretty heavy dark chocolate smell to it. Yep. I mean, nothing really stands out other than the fact that it definitely smells like dark chocolate. Like, there's no getting around that at all. But I mean, you know, dark chocolate is dark chocolate, and that's how we do it. So, that's cool with me. I don't mind. Like, there's a few of them that are very aromatic, but this one's pretty simple. Just simple dark chocolate smell. And now we're gonna take a bite. Here we go. Get some of those pumpkin seeds in there. Which one? Let me read this off one more time. So, Guajillo y Pasilla chilies. So it's gonna be spicy. 75% cacao, Tanzanian import dark chocolate. Nice. And then the pumpkin seeds. Okay, here we go. Ooh. Oh god, it fell apart. Oh no! Whoa. It's not oh, wow, there it is. I was about to say it's not very spicy, but then it kicked in. It's so it tastes like a very strong dark chocolate. Definitely different than the other dark chocolates. So I would describe this as the most bitter of all of the dark chocolates I've had so far. Hands down. Very, very bitter. Like, not like 98% kind of bitter, but like for a 75% dark chocolate, it's really strong. It's got a hell of a bite to it for the dark chocolate bitterness. So it's pretty bitter. It's still relatively sweet, but very prominent, strong, dark chocolate bitter flavor. Easily, hands down. Definitely more so than all the other ones. The pepper flavor takes a bit of time for it to kick in. And it hits you really quickly, and then it goes away. I can still taste it a tiny bit, but it's not very strong. I don't need to, like, water down my mouth or anything. I would actually say that the Red Fire has a stronger heat flavor to it than this one, for sure. But you can definitely taste those chilies. You can definitely taste them. But it takes like a minute for it to kick in. So I would describe it as the dark chocolate is very bitter and much stronger than all the other flavors. It really hits you pretty hard. I like it. I love dark chocolate. I love really bitter stuff. So nice, you know? And it says that it's like an imported chocolate from Tanzania. So Tanzanian dark chocolate, I guess. It's very good. It's definitely very, very good, and I like it. Wish the peppers were a little stronger. The pumpkin seeds don't really add much to it other than texture, but maybe that's the point. Maybe they just wanted to put the pumpkin seeds in to kind of like give it a crunchy texture, which it does. I would actually argue that the cocoa nibs has a better texture than the pumpkin seeds do, but it's good. It's very good. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish it. I can already see that I'm over time, but I'm willing to do a little bit more overtime just to get that last chocolate in. So, there you go. Yeah, there's the peppers. That dark chocolate is a superstar, though. That's 75%. That's impressive. It's actually pretty impressive. Like, it's definitely the strongest of the dark chocolates I've had so far tonight. Very good. Very good. Ooh. Oh, there's the peppers. Okay. Hi. Hello, Chili Peppers. How are you doing? Welcome to my throat. Hope you don't mind staying here for a while in my throat, where I will continue to breathe for the next couple of minutes, and I will be hit with chili pepper flavor for those 5 minutes in which you stay there. All right. Last chocolate. We are finally on the last one. So this one This one's gonna be cool. So, the last one is the absinthe flavor. Here we go. Hallucinogenic time! Save the best for last! So, absinthe. Kubler absinthe. Chinese star anise, which is actually a pretty, like, that's a pretty interesting spice. It's kind of got, like a stronger, bitter, almost, like, slightly fruity taste to it, from what I remember about star anise anyways. And it's fennel, so those two spices actually go together. So, Kubler absinthe, Chinese star anise, fennel, 62% cacao dark chocolate, and a blackened coconut ash. Cool. So that's this really... Here, let me make sure it's in the camera for you guys. That's this really fancy looking one right down here. I'm sad that they only gave me one of these, because I would love to have another one to try later on. But I'm going to do... Oh, God, my finger is already covered in ash just from barely touching it. Okay, this is the last one. Look, covered my finger in coconut ash there. I'm cheating by... Ooh! Whoa! Damn, coconut ash, you strong. Whoa! It's like coconut in your face. Like, take that. Oh my God. All right, so let's go ahead and do the whole thing. Chocolate. 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 Okay. All right, so now we have to look at it. So this is actually a really cool looking chocolate, you guys. Look at this thing. I don't know if it comes up in the camera. Do you see the kind of like black speckling on it? It's got like a burnt coconut ash all over it, and it's really powdered on there. And it's a very fine dusting, so like I barely touched it and got it all over my finger. So the whole chocolate has no sheen to it whatsoever because it's just totally coated in this black ash thing that it's got going on here. And by the way, like when I tasted that black ash, wow, it was strong. Like immediately, like I was hit in the face with coconut, hands down. Strong coconut flavor, no getting around that whatsoever. Let's see. Next we have to, oh God, don't make, I already touched it. I don't want to touch it again. I mean, I know that if I, all right, I'll touch it one more time. Gotta sensually touch it, you know? First time was an accident, but this is for real. Yeah, look at that. Ooh, yeah, really touch it. Oh my God, it's all over. It's all over. I sensually touch it and it puts black dust all over me. Aye. All right. Yeah, that is... I feel like right away, the coconut ash is going to interfere with like all the other flavors because it's so strong. It's such a strong flavoring just for like a dusting on the chocolate. And now we're gonna smell it. I'm actually curious if it'll smell like coconut as well. It does. It smells like coconut. I can't even smell any dark chocolate. It just smells like coconut. Yeah. Very, very strong coconut scent to it. Like, there's no getting around that. It is a coconut thing. But it's supposed to be, like, it's got a lot of flavors to it, though. Let me read off the flavors one more time. So, obviously, the coconut dusting. But it's Kubler absinthe, Chinese star anise, which is a very powerful spice, as well as fennel, which we mentioned before, is also a very powerful spice. So... here we go. This is probably going to be an explosion of... Well, I mean, I've been wrong before. When I tasted that wasabi one, I was really surprised that it didn't taste that strong. But this one I feel like will probably taste strong, but I could be wrong. So, let's see. And like I said, I'm a little sad that this is the only one I have of this kind, because I feel like this will probably be, by far, one of the most interesting tasting ones. But here we go. Last chocolate of the night, guys. Wow. you can definitely taste the star anise and the fennel for sure. Very, very strong. Much stronger than the previous one that had fennel. Much stronger. So it reminds me of black licorice. Heavy, heavy black licorice. Like the other one that had the fennel in it kind of had like this hinted black licorice flavor. This tastes like black licorice for sure. I can definitely still taste the coconut. There's no getting around that. That coconut is just, it's here to stay. So I can taste a very, very prominent coconut flavoring. And then there's the star anise and fennel, which are very strong in flavor. And when combined in the way that they are, it tastes like I'm biting into black licorice with a chocolate flavoring. So the dark chocolate is really, it's overpowered by all the other flavors. It goes well with the other flavors, but I would say it's more like that the dark chocolate is enhancing the star anise and the fennel rather than the star anise and the fennel are enhancing the dark chocolate. So, I mean, it's good. I mean, I'm a person who really likes black licorice. I like a lot of weird food. If you guys haven't been able to tell, like, especially from this stream in particular, I love really weird food. I love bitter flavors. I love sour flavors. I love spicy flavors. So a lot of these are hitting home runs for me for most of them. Some of them I would think are a little funky, but something I just realized. This is supposed to be absinthe. I mean, I don't know if absinthe is that it's one of those flavors, or if it's being overpowered by all the other ones, because those other flavors are really strong flavors. But, because I've actually had absinthe before. A long time ago. A long time ago. Like back when before I was of drinking age, and also after I was of drinking age, I've had absinthe. But I can't, absinthe has a licorice flavor! That's right! So this all makes perfect sense. These flavors go really good together. This is a surprisingly well put together flavor palette kind of situation going on here. I like it. The fennel and the anise definitely have that licorice flavor, which absinthe definitely has. Absinthe is definitely a licorice flavored liqueur. So yeah, these flavors go really good together, but like I said, the dark chocolate doesn't do a whole lot. It's more like that the dark chocolate is like a, like, how do I describe it? It's like a vehicle for the other flavors. Do you know what I mean by that? Like, it's like you don't have the dark chocolate in this one to be enjoyed for the sake of it being dark chocolate. It's like the dark chocolate is a vehicle to deliver the flavors of the absinthe, the fennel, and the star anise. So, which are very prominent and very strong. I can actually, like, I've been talking this whole time. I haven't taken my last bite yet. I can still taste all those flavors. They're very, very strong in my mouth. Definitely can taste them. So, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and finish this, and then we're going to wrap this up because I'm definitely over time, you guys. That one's pretty good. It's pretty good. Like, now that I can remember what absinthe tastes like, because I've had it before, it definitely tastes like absinthe. Like, now that I can remember what the flavor of absinthe is, definitely tastes like absinthe. Very good. Very good. So, that was a really fun experience. I ate a lot of chocolate, probably too much. I actually started noticing that my stomach is maybe a little not too happy with the fact that I just ate a whole bunch of chocolate. But I wanted to go through each unique individual flavor with you guys, so we did that. I don't have to eat any more because I know that if I eat any more chocolate, I'm going to be sick tonight. So, but that was a fun experience. I just, like, considering how crazy these chocolates were, and, you know, considering how crazy they were, and, like, this gigantic, like, book of, like, manual of, like, how to eat the chocolates, like, the biographies of the chocolates, the history of the chocolates, like, everything about them. It was so crazy that I had to do a stream tonight where I just talked about these insane chocolates, and I want to go ahead and immediately give a thank you to my father and my stepmother. They were the ones who picked this, you know, gift out for me as a birthday gift, an early birthday gift for me. And I don't know if they knew or had any idea that I was going to stream this, but I'm sure that in the backlog they'll probably enjoy it in the future. So thank you, father and stepmother, for sending me this wonderful early birthday gift, which I got to share with all these people, and possibly even them as well who might be watching this in the backlog. So this was a lot of fun, and it was a really cool experience, and I'm really glad that I took the time to kind of share it with you guys. It was a good time. Definitely never ever thought I would have chocolate flavors like that in my entire life. Like, those were pretty decadent. Pretty decadent, if I do say so myself. Pretty intense. But I'm gonna go ahead and say all the wonderful things that I always say at the end of my streams, which is, guys, first of all, thank you for being here and enjoying this with me. I appreciate all of you. You're all wonderful people. Go ahead and smash that like button. Destroy it. Absolutely destroy it. Smash that like button. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button if you're not already subscribed. Go ahead and hit that notification bell if you're not already being notified about all my streams and videos and the such. And you know what? While you're at it, go ahead and leave a comment down below. Let me know if you've ever had chocolates like these. If you're interested in looking into these chocolates in the first place, they're called Voges, I guess. You know, go ahead and let me know if you've ever had chocolates like that below in the comments. I'd appreciate it. Let me know if you also want to see more stuff like this where I review interesting chocolates and foods and things like that. It could be fun, maybe more in the future, who knows? And go ahead and check in the description below for all my wonderful links, such as my wonderful PayPal, or even my wonderful Streamlabs. And I greatly appreciate all donations given to me. They're super helpful. They really help the channel out, and they're just a kind way to show me that you like what I do. So if you want to do that, those links are down in the description below. Feel free to check them out. And also, I have a wonderful Patreon with wonderful Patreon members. It's one of the best ways to fund all of the wonderful things I do on this channel, and I greatly appreciate my wonderful Patreon members. And those wonderful Patreon members currently are ya boy Lettuce, Bo Falcon, Fajouk Enterprises, James P, and Miss Rebecca. Thank you all, wonderful Patreon members, for funding this wonderful channel that I run and all of the wonderful things I do, such as talking about crazy, decadent, delicious chocolate. So thank you so much. Greatly appreciate all of you and all of my wonderful viewers all together. You guys are all wonderful people, and thank you so much for being here. You guys make my day. You legitimately make my day, just being here in the chat room, watching the streams, or even watching the video, like watching the stream VODs. You guys are awesome, and I want to make sure that you guys know that. Like, I was watching some stuff earlier today that was talking about, you know, streamers and video makers and how they interact with their audiences and how good their audiences are to them. And I just kind of realized, you know what? Like, I really genuinely appreciate you guys, and you guys are awesome to me. So thank you so much for being here. You guys are amazing. And the last thing I'm going to say that I always say, which is, guys, follow your dreams. Maybe those dreams are chocolate dreams. Follow all of your chocolate dreams, whatever dreams you may have, even if they are chocolatey. Follow your dreams, okay? And other than that, Habanero, signing out. See you later, guys. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye!